Welcome back, everyone. Today we are back. And we're playing some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We're gonna go ahead and continue where we left off. And we had just barely made it out of the underground maze, where, unsurprisingly, Windrog betrayed the one that they were working for previously because they thought we were stronger. So, that's great and all. Hopefully, that won't become too much of a problem. Hopefully. We'll have to see, though. Because we did decide to take them along with us this time. So there's that. Let me just double check that our difficulty is set to hard mode, because we did have to lower it for the sake of that final fight being just a little too difficult for us. But now we put it back to normal.
As it should be.
And we'll continue with our challenge. We're walking right into a fight. Oh, good job, everyone. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Umada's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to getting orders. She sizes you up surprised, judging whether you are friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something, but freezes when she spots Anivia. Ooh, the two of them are close.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. This here's a new friend. She rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without her, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the
cool.
Eagle Watch.
They're married.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canalbris. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anivia out of there.
Alright, well, we've been a little out of the loop. So can you update us on the situation in the city? That would be great. Thanks!
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabres hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
That's great positivity and all, Sela, but yeah, I don't think there is a Canabris.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canalbris.
Sure, okay. I wouldn't test that, but you do you. Okay, so where are we? Because we have no clue what building we came out in.
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
Okay, and for what reason are you battling? Other than because you kind of have to, of
When
course.
the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Ward Stone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Ward Stone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabris will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world.
Maybe? I guess I'll believe you for now.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
Okay, I see. Forgive me, but can you fill me in? I don't seem to know what the ward stone is.
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the World Wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras Obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss.
I see. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. So, how did they get it? And why is it here in the garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the ward stone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost. Yet. Dascari has gone, but the ward stone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that is good news that's seemingly still intact.
But how did he do that? He's a demon! The ward stone should have burned his filthy hide!
Yes, but if you're strong enough, you push through the pain. That's probably why he only chucked it and didn't fully destroy it, Seele.
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
Okay, well, we did get information about the cultist dens. Although, from the sounds of it, they're kind of just everywhere by now.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
I'm not gonna bother introducing Munda. I feel like that could get some tricky questions asked. Do battle!
That's the spirit. You, take Anavia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
That stupid locust. I'm not prepared for this.
You hear labored breathing interspersed with disgruntled muttering. Vargas is holding his rapier hilt in a white-knuckled grip. The sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Horgus Gwyrm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabras can be said to be safe right now.
Well, you better pay me soon, buddy. I got you out of here after all. We'll see. Good buddy. Yep, we are very encumbered. I think we just overloaded. Yep, we are so slow. Is there somewhere I can sell? I'd love to sell all my junk. Oh, man. Yeah, we are so slow. But from the sounds of it, we still have a bit more. So you're headed that way. There's also this door. What's this door? Oh. Well, that's to leave. Okay. They're fighting. You guys are apparently doing a really good job of taking them out. We're coming! We'll eventually make it there. Oh, wait. What's up with this door? Oh, sealed with magic. Okay. I mean, we can try to pick the lock. I've only got the one... lockpick item.
This one was beyond me.
Oh, come on. Okay, I'll try one more time. Dang it, even with the lockpick, it still didn't work. Darn. Okay, well,
That is not far.
I don't seem to be able to go through. So we're gonna leave that door behind. Well then, I assume that's the Wardstone. I know you. Yeah, who are we talking to? Oh, how's it going, pal? Want to join? Your lot will all be dead soon, but we'll be alive. Well, not you specifically, because you're about to fight us. I can't. Leave those losers. Crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. I mean, it's a tempting offer. If we didn't know that they were going to betray us. All hail Baphomet. Okay. Oh, time for you to die as well.
Save the last one for me.
Hold on. Oh, jeez, that's a lot going on. Okay. When a character finishes their standard animation. Yeah, that's what we've been doing. That's good. Good thing there are more people here. That is a large number of enemies. Jeez. Okay, well, hi. Right there, in my face.
I'll cut you
Smith.
wide open.
I forgot. This is actually a good time to use that. Although I probably should have used it before I attacked. Oh well. Okay, but he just took an attack of opportunity for no reason.
Let's try this way.
Well, makes sense that I fail because I can't seem to hit anything.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
I do wonder if my being encumbered is imposing any disadvantages on combat. I don't know, actually. That would be an unfortunate problem because it's my own fault. Okay, you're just running into the middle of it. Can't save you, then good luck.
I'll rip you apart.
Oh, hey, the recruit is coming to join our side of the fight. Man, this is such a long initiative list. To keep track of what's going on. Knowing who is not easy. Okay, they are trying to encircle us.
Go on.
Ooh, fire. Well, time to see how this goes. Yeah, there was a button to look at. Why? There we go. So yeah, a 1-1 is going to be way weaker than most of the other enemies that we've been dealing with. Okay, none of these guys are particularly powerful. I just can't roll.
The spirits demand your blood.
Yep, I can't roll. That's the problem.
This will hurt.
Ah, fix me. Unfortunately, I still don't actually know how to heal myself, so that's still a problem. I forgot to go take a look at that. I just took some damage. In fact, I'm almost at half health, which is not ideal. Okay, solid hit.
This was not.
Oh my gosh, 20 damage? No fair. I got critical hit. Yeah, I'm just now getting the tutorial. Well, that's not fun.
You are today's sacrifice!
I need to boost my AC somehow. That would be important.
Into the fray!
Nice, there we go. Also gonna lay on hands, even though it doesn't heal much of anything. Dang, Erebeth is strong. She's single-handedly taken out most of the enemies there.
No match for me.
That looks like we've actually just about cleared our side too, though. We got 4 enemies over
This
here.
will leave a bruise.
Oh, okay, yep. Yeah. Nice, good job, buddy.
Go for their hearts!
Nice, another one down. I might use Cure Light Wound on Seela next. It could be helpful.
No glory without risk!
Oh, nice. We got a whole pile there. Did help that we had two friends helping us there. Okay, Wendra! You're not going to be able
They'll
to.
beg me to stop.
It's unfortunate that you have really bad range. What weapon are you using? You're using a longbow. You should have way more range with a longbow. But apparently you don't. That's a little weird. Wait, lay on hands on Seela. That's not lay on hands, Cure Light Wound. Same difference, it's fine. Okay, who can now use their charge? Darn it! They're too far away! I mean, I guess I might as well just run up to them. Because they're both ranged, so... Oh, there's more back here.
Go.
Okay, wasn't expecting that. It's a good thing. We heal.
I'll rip you apart.
Oh, 8 damage, nice. Didn't actually show it to me, but okay. Yeah, ranged
alright.
close. Aw,
I'm
I didn't get
alright.
the attack of opportunity. That's rude. Okay. If I move, I can then attempt to hex. Any luck? Oh, darn it. No luck. I'm gonna heal. Doesn't heal much.
The Inheritor! Guide
there we go,
my
another one dead.
blade!
Yeah, Seela's out here taking the brunt of the attacks at the moment, which isn't good. No! Stupid dretch! Run away, Thela! I actually don't know if you can run away, is the problem.
No match for me.
Yes, to reduce damage. That's a problem. Careful there, recruit.
I'm done with you.
Hey! Seela got a crit that time. That's a good attack of opportunity there. Let me try hexing the dredge. Ooh, saving throw failed. Good. The dredge has been hexed. Well, that's the last of your self healing.
The light, take you.
That could be a problem, actually. Ray of Frost. Seela might be going down. She only got 6 health left. Hi, thanks for the backup, Eurobeth. You cleared out your side, coming to help this side. Oh, nice, 6 damage. Due to the stupid dredge resistance, I'm gonna have Windward shoot elsewhere. Okay, good job. That's a solid attack. Actually, that just killed off the dredge. Camellia!
Look at you wide open.
Head on in. I'm still down.
Into the fray.
There we go. One more cultist and then the wizard. That's all we can see currently.
This will leave a bruise.
Yeah, Seela's down to 2 health.
They'll beg me to stop.
Okay, well. I mean, I guess we might as well just go all the way. Yep, I'll move a bit closer. Oh, gotta go around the rabble. That's rude. I mean, a wizard isn't gonna have high AC in the first place, and they failed to save it. That's good. Actually, I kind of don't want to send Seela in. Yep.
I'm
Okay,
alright.
we're good. Seela just about died. Maybe even technically died, but battle ended, so we got brought back up. Okay. That's nice.
All according to plan.
I really want to finish this. Because this is all... I feel like this is all mostly the tutorial phase still. But once we get out of here, we'll be able to sell everything, I hope. Hi, Jasu! Apparently, we are going up and not down at the moment. Oh look, some stuff that we left behind. We totally need more stuff. I see, no turning back. I don't think the game would have let me go back anyways, if I'm being entirely honest. That and with how slow we are, it would have taken hours to get there.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh,
She got no eyes.
what an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see.
Why is her
I've
icon
missed you
green
so
compared to
much.
the rest?
Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Mirago. You again, you wench!
The aged dwarf from Erebeth's troops son up to now spits on the floor. His hard and craggy face like storm-weathered stone twists as if in pain.
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabras. She must be back to finish what she started.
Okay. Hey, Demon Woman, what's wrong with your face?
Oh, how rude. You're one to talk, mortal, with a face that even a mother would loathe. Staunton, sweetie. You're not going to let your friends speak to me like that, are you?
Yep, I performed an action that was chaotic. That was the goal.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Drezen fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Drezen fell because of me. No, no, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
Okay then.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he's satisfied with that idea. And gone.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Okay.
Amaranda gratio.
There. They added more enemies to the initiative. Really want us to get a little stronger here. That would be great.
No match for me.
Actually, how close am I to leveling up? I'm only halfway to level 30. Bad. Oh man. I want to hit like level 5 or so. Because usually around level 5 is when you really start getting more powerful.
Magritium Turinos.
Did that give nothing? What? Yeah, Camellia casts Cure Light Wounds, but nothing actually happened.
This is not...
And I'm immediately dead. Ah, and there's a dredge. No, you cannot cure me with the scroll. That will kill me. Also, game, I've been below 50% for a very long time. Whoa, critical hit 57? Why can't I be doing that damage?
I'll just sit here.
Oh, and there goes
Don't
Sela as
worry
well.
about me.
Pain
Oh, Camellia's
is
about to be dead too.
excruciating.
Hey, I'm relying on you guys, because I can't do nothing, apparently.
Amaranda gratio.
Okay, Windrug. Well, attack of opportunity.
I'll rip you apart!
Uh, No? Wait, I don't have a... Why don't I have a standard action? Because I'm nauseated? Well, Wendell can't do nothing in that case. You also don't have a standard action. See, my people can't roll anything. I'm glad I have the backup, because we'd be in trouble without them. We'd be very much dead. There's a small chance we might have made it through down below, but certainly not up here. These guys are macking us around. At Erebeth especially, thank you for the backup. Actually, no wonder, you're a level 6 paladin. With an AC of 27, nothing can touch you. I just don't have an action while I'm here in the fog, but I can't get out of the fog either. So I'm just in a bad place here, guys. Oh hey, fog's gone. In that time, everyone else is, well... Camellia is also dead. Oh, and Wendell. We're all dead. Hey guys, this went great. We were so helpful to this battle. You go stunting. Actually. Yep, Staunton's also level 6 paladin. Slightly less AC though. Why are we throwing level 2s into a fight between level 6s? No! We made it so far! I'm surprised I didn't die sooner, honestly, because I was dead for more than half that battle. I mean, they just nuked us immediately. I don't know what we were supposed to do there, honestly.
Oh, Minago, the one...
I mean, we can try. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it didn't heal last time. That was so weird. It said it even used up the spell, but didn't do anything. See, Wendog. I mean, we're gonna put you there. I don't know how that's gonna
beg me to stop.
2 damage to a dredge. I'll take it. But we're gonna have a dredge coming up soon. I mean, this may be a bad idea. We're gonna charge. Cause that'll at least get you out of the area. Oh. Didn't like that.
I'll just sit here.
Yeah, armor temporarily disabled. Just dead. Cool. Didn't like that. Maybe I should have used the smite instead. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah. Cloud is no problem. Yeah, Erebeth, get in there. Distract them. Distract them so they don't attack me. At this point, I'm gonna become a support character, because I can't move. Okay. I can't even use... I can't even use those abilities? Well, because we can't even back up. That's the worst. We're not even able to back up. So we just have to go towards the enemy. And now I just have to hope that we get unnauseous. That's all I can hope for at this point. Oh wow, that recruit didn't move very far. Horse seal is down. Oh, and you're going for me. Yeah.
Part of the plan.
I don't get to do anything because I can't heal. I can't use any of my potions.
Amronda Gratio.
I chose a hard character on top of playing hard difficulty. That's on me. Okay, dang it. I can't do anything. Stupid Naja. I think Dretches are one of my least favorite enemies at this point in time. Because they just stop me from being able to do anything whatsoever. Okay. Wendwog's armor is gone. I don't think Wendwog was really using armor. Yeah, can we please take that guy out? Oh hey, I can stabby.
I'll cut you wide open.
I failed the stabby.
I'll rip you apart.
Nope, Wendwog is still nauseous.
So this is how it feels.
Oh, and there goes Command. How is Wendwog the last one alive, like, every time? That's insane. Ah, why do you get 3 attacks? That was rude. I did not appreciate that. I mean, if they can kill these two quickly. I need these two enemies to die so that we can get the free health from ending the battle. That one guy's been stuck there in the back the whole time. Come on, Earbeth, take him down. Hooray! We're back! Saved by Earbeth. We're so good at this. We are doing so good, everyone.
As it should be.
Hold on, do I have any healing items? I don't know if I even have any healing. Oh, I do. Honestly, I'll have Wendwog heal next, because Wendwog can actually usually stay alive. Okay, well, that's about all my potions. And of course, I still cannot use them. I need something that does negative damage. I need like a poison. Hey, a 14 mobility check with our level of encumbrance. That's a good idea.
Have I
Oh, they are trying to do something to it. Look, that's where she teleported to. As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken and your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly, your head is filled with voices. Screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening. Voices pleading for help. Shrieking curses and taunts. You blink, and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. But what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, But wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Okay.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves.
That sounds messy.
So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Hey, so you've been chatting up this whole time, but who are you?
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
Okay, Camellia.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
But it was so relaxing. You took away the relaxation.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
Camellia's just a little bit chaotic. Well, I'm not angel mythic. I'm going the demon path. So can't choose that option. So what you doing?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably the same thing I did to many of your comrades. Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Prepare to fight to the death, demon! We won't let that happen.
Okay, you feel a sudden rush of wild rage, and with it comes a feeling of monstrous, unbridled, destructive power. It's like the power you felt in the shield phase when you were confronting Savanna. Now it feels more fully fledged, more conscious. Succumb to the rage! You're sick. Why do you have to listen to her? Why can't you just crush, rip, devour whoever you want? Whoever's in your way? A malevolent roar erupts unbidden from your throat.
Hey, are you alright? If you're planning on going berserk, don't forget who's friend and who's foe. There she is. The demon! Go get her!
Hearing the roar, Staunton shoots you a wary look. Okay, I just have bloodlust. Let's hope I'm not knocked out in one hit. I have 2 health. Oh, we'll check. You send the troublesome dwarf sprawling to the floor with an elbow to the face. The time for chatter is past. The demon, that wench, she must die. The rage bursts free. You want only one thing. Rip Minago's horns from her skull and shove them down her throat.
Enemy
That was a
approaching.
success, apparently. I guess I could have outright attacked him. Wait. It's just me. I have 2 health game. Why are you sending me in there with 2 health? I'm scared. Okay. Well. Fire. Baby. I didn't do anything.
I'm wounded.
I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the Wardstone? Here's a little demonstration.
The demoness whispers a spell and a wave of darkness sweeps the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but is nothing compared to what you feel. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. Evil!
I will dig out holes where your eyes should be, and pour hot coals in them.
Yay, Wendra!
How inventive.
Hey, Camellia, nice.
Powerless rage. I love it. Threaten me more.
Yeah, me, Camellia, and Wendog. We're the chaotic and slightly evil team. The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark. Pretty sure the reason I was sent out alone was because it was impossible for me to win that. At least I hope. Who knows, maybe there's a small chance you can win that fight and you get a different ending? But that's unlikely. This feels like it was predetermined. Hey!
Praise Iomedae, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
Yes, please, if it was so easy, please do tell. Because I don't know how to heal my wounds. It's a little bit of a problem.
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
Okay, we already know the whole why is the Wardstone so important thing. We asked that earlier. Tower of Estror.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
Yeah, I mean, at my current level, yeah, I'm down with that. Because, that hurt a lot. And that didn't go well for me last time I tried to fight.
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
Okay, that's good. What's the plan then?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomedae's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Okay, how does one help?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified.
And you're
A
just gonna
traveler
tell
came
me,
to the
okay.
city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Wardstone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened.
That would be pretty great, actually. That would be pretty great.
There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use.
Okay.
And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabris, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Okay. Just getting dumped with a bunch of side quests.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabris still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Hooray! Free stuff! To be honest, I was going to take it no matter what, even if you hadn't told me about it. I likely would have found it. Personal chest. Yep. There's that whole mess of things. Ah, I can run currently. Okay, my big thing that I want to find. I see everyone's kind of scattered about. Staunton. Oh, Horgus. Oh, gonna talk with Anevia first? Hey, wait. Mind if I bend your ear about something? Anevia is outside your door, leaning casually against a shelf. So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get that. And I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. Here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. They come at us while you're gone. I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Do you want me to stay here then? You what? No, your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy like waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. If those freaks try to make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? If you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Got it? Jeez, okay. Not very confident in your abilities. When will they attack next? Your guess is as good as mine. Might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand and that we're gonna be pushing back hard. If things kick off here, you should know. After they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you've got any business that needs taken care of, you'd better do it soon. So that's basically telling us that once storyline progresses, you can't go back. Anything else you want to talk about? So the rift that damn beetle left with its scythe? Yeah, well, it cut the city into two. It's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried to make sure. But if you've got a mind to go across, I think you're gonna have to eventually. You might want to get the square once over. Okay. So am I just on my own now? That's slightly concerning if I have to go out on my own. Ah, Here, take this. Yes, it's 2,000 coins. Take your payment and remember that Horgus Gorm always keeps his word. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our future cooperation... Hey! Horgus, as long as you pay me, I'll do whatever you want. Horgus looks at you with unvarnished disapproval. His arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. First question. Money. How much? 1,000 gold coins. Double it and I'll think about it. Fine. Ha, yeah, right. For that kind of money, I could hire Queen Galfrey herself to guard me. 1,000 is my final offer. Darn it. Can't extort more money out of him there. I should definitely boost my diplomacy, though, if I get a chance. Because it's great for extorting when I get the chance. Okay, well, what's the job? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canopus. I still have... Well, it doesn't matter, it's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city tried to get inside, one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abada knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. Okay. Marvelous, most excellent. Horgus's face relaxes, smoothing a few of the tense lines. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know that city like the back of my hand, but do hurry unless you want me to lower your reward. Okay. Well, he wants me to bring Camellia. So we'll have to go convince her. You don't belong in my party. Actually, no, you're one of the ones I actually do want to keep with us. You're much more relaxed during combat. She blushes slightly, lowers her eyes. So you've noticed? To be honest, I find it embarrassing. You see, being a shaman means having spirits of battle as my ever-present companions. In the heat of combat, they become rather vocal. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Ask about your amulet. Ah, my little trinket. So nice of you to notice, but I assure you this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? Well, I can tell that you're of noble birth. That, and Horgus also mentioned it. Mia laughs her practiced musical laugh as she watches you from under lowered lashes. You're most insightful. A fine quality to have. Milia's laughter ends and unspoken words hang in the silence. Forgive me if my question disturbs you. I couldn't resist such a noble and beautiful lady. I'll stop bothering you immediately if talking to me upsets you. Not at all. Our conversation is an exquisite delight. Milia affords you a brief friendly smile in appreciation of your manners. Okay, where did you learn to wield a rapier? You struggle to hit like the rest of us. But I feel like you hit more often than some of us. I had good teachers, although they don't get all the credit. I am a most diligent student. And info about yourself. You want to know more about me than you already do? Why? Camellia arches a dainty brow. I talk to the spirits of this tormented land, and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons, and I swear that you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversations, the spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please excuse me. Camellia turns away, watching you out of the corner of her eye. Fine, I guess. Okay. Born Autumn Haze. Elor, Erebeth over there. I guess we need to talk with Staunton here. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, when whose high crumbling walls are still holding fast. His empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the great garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. You've heard rumors about me. His face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces. Just so you know, everything people say about me is true. What do people say? They say I'm a traitor, as bad as Arielu Vorlesh, and I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned. That Queen Gallifrey should never have spared me. I belong in the gallows. Okay. Why does everyone hate you, though? You really don't know. Staunton gives you a long, morose look and sighs. I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in a fortress on the edge of the Whirlwind, instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the Wound, the mighty and unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried, they wanted to execute me, and rightly so. The Queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I had done, so that's how I live, decade after decade, fighting in the condemned. The dwarf shrugs. As you can see, I have fixed nothing, and I have earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. I could. You were given the chance to live, so live. Stop blaming others for what you've made of your life. Do you think you're the first to come to me with sermons? The dwarf shrugs indifferently. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Surely you've paid your penance by now. That's not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. He falls silent for a moment, and then in a trembling voice he adds, the condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I have prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priest. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. Only the Father of Dwarvenkind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but just to tell me that I am still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own god doesn't think I deserve redemption? Ooh, that do be rough, buddy. So, tell me more about how you lost an entire city. What do you mean, how? The knight glares at you from beneath his furrowed brows. You don't trust the word of condemned? Go ask somebody else. Like my little brother Jordan. If you still don't believe it, what's it to me? But if you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1000th time, don't. Okay, you don't have any friends? I couldn't have survived this long if I were completely alone. Jordan, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters and the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped from my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Commander Turbade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. There's no qualms about taking me into battle. She's had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. Okay, well, I heard that you might know something about the storyteller. Can you fill us in on that? The storyteller? Staunton strokes his beard and thought. Strange. That one used to sit with me for hours, asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort, he just listened. At first, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. But later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he's alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Black Wing. The library here. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but I love the place. We would sit there day and night. Okay. Thank you for the information. let's see. We've got Visely. Hi. That old man with a fuzzy gray beard mumbles in prayer. He looks as tired as everyone else in the tavern, but determination is stamped upon his haggard face. What can I do for you? Ooh, selling. Okay, that could be good. Who are you? Visely Retimus, rector of the local temple of Abaddon. Temple is gone, no? If we snooze here for much longer, the city will be lost as well. Okay, who's with you? This one? Gyado the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy and his faith is strong. He serves Eristeel though. But there's still something you can learn from an old servant of Abaddon. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older. First, I sell scrolls. I have a lot of them, something for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed, no surprises. But you'd better not go into the city without a cleric. I won't be going there myself. Too old. My powers are needed here. Well, let me see. Do you have... I need something that can help me. Because most of these items are for healing normal people. But I'm not even entirely sure what I'm looking for, if I'm being entirely honest. Actually, can I sell to you then? You seem like you might be my merchant then. Scroll of Doom. What are you doing? Nah, that just applies the shaken effect. Not what I'm looking for. Dang it! You got nothing that I care about. Okay. I don't much care about that. Nope. Okay, well, none of the scrolls work. Let me double check, see if there's anything else I care about. Don't know if there is. Oh, wait, Ring of Protection? That would be a deflection bonus? I mean, it might not be bad. Oh, I mean... Those are nice. Obviously way too expensive for me right now, because that's 12k. I've got just under 3k. Natural armor. Can I look at what I have equipped? Because I've got +1 luck bonus to AC. That's actually all I've got. So I think a deflection bonus and a natural armor bonus. I don't think those would stack. I don't think. Okay. Well, I can't use these glaives, so sell off those. How much are they worth? 1800. Nice. Large quantity of daggers and chain shirts. I don't care about the I don't care about most scrolls. I don't use them very much. Ooh, potion of mage armor could be useful. Seldia Gate. I'll save... I mean, it doesn't weigh anything, so I'll save that for now. Scroll of Heroism. Well, lesser restoration. That requires... That would be, like, status effects, not health. Ooh, bull strength might actually be kind of nice. I don't think the endurance is going to be too useful. Prayer, no. Bless, no. We took the Tome of the Minotaur. Do I care about this? I don't think so. Well, I don't need those. Magical scraps. Yeah, most of these aren't worth a lot. Yeah, definitely the masterwork stuff is the actual valuable equipment. Yeah, 1, 2, 8 damage. And it has to be if I can even equip it in the first place. Which I guess means all the red stuff I'm just going to immediately get rid of. Hey, silver powder, nice. Definitely keep the lockpick. Ooh, wait. Honestly, my cold iron is better. Goodbye, masterwork. Bunch of plates. Just random plates. I have the spell, so I don't need the potion. The darts were dang annoying when used against me. That's the treat affliction. I don't care about that. Cheese. Can I... And that's a medium armor. I might swap to the breastplate, actually. Because my studded leather is not doing me any favors. I'm taking way too much damage. Brewing potions. I'll save the potions and scrolls, because they usually don't weigh anything anyways. Oh wait, inflict moderate. Ooh, okay. Inflict wounds. I need those. I need a lot of those. Because that's how I'm going to heal. Okay, I'll sort all this later. I don't think I need that right now. I mean, I have so much junk that I'm genuinely going to pay for the cost of these items. That's amazing. I love that, actually. Ooh, serious wounds. Good. That's good. I like that. Ooh, diamond dust. It's actually not worth a lot. Bark skin! That one might not actually be the worst to hold on to. Okay, more orders. I mean, they're not worth selling. Then they've got the golden outline, which means I suspect that they might be useful. Maybe. Don't care about mage armor, magic missile, marching terror. Ooh, bonus negative energy. And frightened. Hold on, that's actually a nice weapon. I wonder if anyone can use a glaive. We'll see. Okay, yep. Most of these scrolls we do not care about. Mostly because I'm going to forget that I have them. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna save that longbow. Because there's a chance it could be better. Hold on. Comparing. Yeah, I think I prefer the breastplate. It's better overall, so we'll get rid of 2 now. Ooh, the masterwork longbow. We'll see if that one's any good. Okay. Well, we've dropped a lot. Can I like quick sort any of this? I don't know if I can do that. Let me at least do that. Okay, there we go. At least we don't have to scroll anymore. And look at that. I'm gaining 1,500. Look how much weight that was. Man. Okay. Well, I earned money. That's pretty fun. Thank you for finally allowing me to sell. Okay, well, Windwag, I'm looking at you first because you've got just a basic longbow. So, looking at the masterwork, it looks identical. As far as I can tell, it is identical. So why not sell it? Ooh, the 4 to 11 instead of the 1 to 8. Let's equip the composite, which means the masterwork, the other composite, and the normal longbow are all gonna get sold. Oh, technically you could use the Marching Terror. You cannot, but you can. However, it is a two-handed, so you lose your shield. Actually, let's have Windwag equip it, actually. Because then she'll have a melee ability. Because she was stuck doing ranged when enemies got close, which did not help. Okay, yeah, I don't want that scroll. I don't really care about the bless either. Can I, like, quick sort all of this? Like, just fill it all in? I don't know if there's a button to do that. Oh, Potion of Inflict Wound. Nice. That would have been great to realize that I had. Would it have saved me? I don't know. But I'm going to equip these. because these are going to heal me. Okay, amulet. Let's put you on. Ring, I'm gonna put you on. Both of those boost my AC. Equipping the breastplate is also going to boost my AC a little bit. Still don't know how to use these Tarandalev's scales. Haven't entirely figured that one out, actually. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and sort some of my inventory. So I at least know where some stuff is. Let's see, cooking ingredients are gonna go here. Lockpick will go there. Potion stuff can go here. Okay. And then random torch. I guess you can go there. Let's see. What armor do you have? I mean, you've got hide. It's actually, honestly, the breastplate, it's medium armor anyways. So let's give the better AC, even if it's only by a little bit. For Camellia. Your current, I mean, none of us are stealth, so I don't mind wearing the heavier armor. That, and I clearly need to be wearing better stuff, so I stop dying so easily. Yours, I doubt, yeah, you have banded mail, which is stronger, actually. So yours is gonna stay the same. Okay. All good. Let me real quick sell the rest of this, which drops my weight a lot because breastplates are heavy. There we go. Maximum dexterity bonus, yep. Yeah, they say that, except for the fact that wearing the armor genuinely did boost their AC, so no thanks. I'm not doing that. Okay. Let's go actually talk to Windowag. Windowag's 10th stance reveals her constant vigilance. Her eyes are focused and resolute. Noticing you, she lets you speak first, bowing respectfully. Mistress, I am at your service. More about you. The Underground Warrior looks flattered, raising her chin proudly. You can ask me anything, mistress. Well, what do you think of life on the surface? Granted, I can't say this is normal life. What do you think? Windowag scoffs arrogantly. Life among the Uplanders, you mean? Your customs are strange. The huntress casts a glance at you and corrects herself quickly. I mean theirs, not yours, mistress. You are strong and clever. But I look at other Uplanders and wonder. Have you seen how proud they are of their weakness? Look, my hands are so soft. I've never done anything with them in my entire life, because noble blood runs through my veins. What does it matter who someone's parents are? I am the daughter of a former chief of the tribe, so what? Is this what they respect and fear me for? Soul became the chief because he was old, experienced, and smart. After him, I might become the chief because I am strong and even smarter. But these weaklings wouldn't have lasted a day in our caves. Windowag's eyes narrow wearily. Everything is strange. But it's alright, mistress. We'll put things right, won't we? You know what? Honestly, I agree, Windowag. The whole nobility thing doesn't really matter. Tell me about your life in the caves. Life was better than an Uplander might think. You're surrounded by rock on all sides. Sturdy, dependable. When you hide in a crack, you know for sure you're safe. Not like here. All this empty space around you, you always have to be on guard in case an arrow flies in from any direction and hits you. Life underground is calmer somehow. Sure, there's less food in the caves than here, but the amount of food the Uplanders have, it's too much. Don't you see, mistress, how many fat Uplanders there are? Why do they eat so much? Like cattle fattened up to make for tastier meat. We only had one fat person in our tribe, and that was Sol. And he was only fat because he was old. But up here, everything just seems fair in the caves. When there isn't enough food for the weak, they die. The lazy die. The sick in the head and the body die. Only the strong and the skilled survive, and the blood becomes thicker, tougher. So what happened between you and Lynn? I mean, we kind of saw all this, so I'm not sure what we're expecting you to get out of it. Windorg shrugged disdainfully. He is a good hunter, but not too clever. A bit of an idiot, really. He was the strongest in the tribe after me, and that's why I kept him close. His heart is soft, unlike his body. The hunter smiles shamelessly. But then I met you, and I didn't need land anymore. Now I only want to hunt with you. Well, yeah, I can tell you're proud of your strength. Windorg throws her shoulders back proudly. Of course. Let everyone see who's standing before them. The weak must obey the strong if they don't want to be reminded of their place. Even when I was a snot-nosed little cave rat, I could bring neithers twice my age to heal, because I fear nothing and no one, pain least of all. I was showered with praise and compliments. The best hunters of the other tribes wanted me. But what did that matter to me? The moment you start listening to flattery is the moment you get soft and you die. No, I always pushed myself further, challenging myself, taking myself to the very edge. Many times I almost died, but I always came back stronger. I earned all my strength on my own, and if anyone didn't respect that, I just grabbed my knife. That's why I became the best hunter in the tribe. Okay. On the surface, your people are called mongrels. You don't like that term. The hunter shrugs his shoulders. Let the Uplanders call us whatever they want. Doesn't matter. I know what they're trying to do, but by giving us that stupid nickname, they're asserting their status and superiority over us. But it's normal to try and dominate a stranger you just met. That's expected. When my kin conquer the lands on the surface, people will call us by whatever name we choose. Why do you serve me then? Windorg gives you a bland smile. Because you're winning, and I want to be with you. I don't like sharing food and fire with weaklings. I prefer people like you. Ha! Funny! You say that, Windorg, as if I wasn't the one who was dying most of the time. And also because being close to you is a good way to live. I love life. I'm young and strong. It makes sense to eat, drink, screw, and kill enemies while you're young, not when you're 30,000 gongs old and shriveled up like Sol. As long as I'm your servant, I can have fun as I like and order around anyone I want. Who will dare defy me? No one. Her eyes drift half closed in smug satisfaction. Okay, kill for me and you get everything you dream of. Windorg shoots you a feral grin. It's good we understand each other, mistress. As we neighbors say, we will hunt in the same cave. Alright, well that's clear. Let's talk about you serving Hosila. Uncertainty sparks in Windorg's eyes and she curls her spider legs on her back closer to her body. Of course, mistress. But now I only serve you. As someone said something about me. What did you do for the demons? I brought my kin to their lairs so they could join the demon army and accept the power given to them. I made my tribe stronger. Later, once we no longer needed demons, my powerful kin would have fought for me. Hunter shoots you a grim and bloodthirsty grin. So, no shame in betraying your kin. Because that's not entirely how she sees it. Windorg replies respectfully, but defiantly. I know that Sol would have called me a traitor, but for one reason only. He grew old and cowardly. I accepted the same fate as my fellow tribesmen. I ate the flesh too. and for many gongs I thrashed with fever, growling like an animal, lunging at anyone and everyone, my body burning from the inside. But I handled it because I was the strongest of them all. Not a single day have I regretted the power I gained. That's why I'm not ashamed of sharing this power with my tribe. So why did you decide to switch? I was only serving the demons because they promised me power, and only for as long as they had something to offer me. Vendar chuckles, revealing her sharp teeth. But Osela can't offer me anything now she's dead, and I was never going to risk my life for her. You are a true leader, one worth following, the hunter says in a fawning tone. So how do I trust you? Windog's voice gains a fervent edge. Why would I betray you, mistress? You're the strongest. It would be stupid to defect to your enemies and die along with them. No, I am not that dumb. Yeah, you say that, but you probably said that to Hasilla as well. Okay, I mean, I don't care about the army. It's kind of funny seeing her grovel, so that's all for now. Let's see. I guess we can come to Anevia. Anything else we can talk with you about? Nevia, in her muted colors, blends almost perfectly into the background. She appears relaxed, but her seemingly unfocused eyes are taking everything around her, tracking and filtering potential threats. The only tell is the way she drums her fingers on her hip near her weapon sheath. She shows no signs of her injuries and confidently leans on her previously broken leg. She pretends to have just noticed you, even though she watched you approach from afar. Hey! See how they patched me up? Now I can run, jump, or dance a jig if I feel like it. Any suspicious places in the city that I need to keep an eye out for? There are a couple spots I wanted to check out, but didn't have the time. There really is a den of cultists there. It would be good if you could swoop in there and bust some heads. You don't even need a search warrant. First one is the Silken Factory. It's a funny little tailor shop that doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric. They always seem oh so busy. They're busy with something now, right? But sewing it ain't. Okay. Second was the alchemy shop. Topaz Solutions. They trade in everything. Not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemical rituals going down in that place. So what were your responsibilities in the Eagle Watch? Neva smiles evasively. Nothing official. I'm not even a knight, you know. I just hang around. You sure you want to know the details? Catching traitors and spies and cultists is no walk in the park. It's a delicate job. You can't always do it all within the letter of the law. What if we surprise some suspicious blighter with an official search? Everyone will know about it before long, starting with their cronies. And then again, sneaking into people's houses at night ain't exactly legal. Crusaders can't be doing stuff like that, can they? Well, not exactly a knight. Fair enough. Honestly, Sela's the only one who is, like, really gonna have a problem with our actions. Aneva, not a big deal. And Camilla, not bad. But I still don't know entirely. Where are you from? Nowhere. Blown in by the wind and found in a cabbage patch. She stopped short. I'm sorry, that's an old habit of mine. I don't like blabbing about my past, but you saved my skin, so I guess I kinda owe it to you to not quit, right? I'm from Nidal. I wouldn't wish my homeland on my worst enemy. You've heard of the place, I'm sure. Ruled by monsters that aren't alive nor dead. And the official religion is the cult of Zun Hotsun. I grew up in a slum, like a weed between the cobblestones. Didn't have a dad, but I had lots of aunts and uncles. My mom's cronies. No prize for guessing the kind of business she was in. They gave me a set of lockpicks as soon as I could hold a spoon, and while other kids were picking their noses, I was picking pockets. When I was 12, the monks of the Silent Shroud came for us. Creepy guys with their mouths sewn shut. They have guards in this room. Mom gave me to her friends, and we hid in the secret temple of Desna. Never saw my mom again. I alone in the temple for the next few years, cut my head down, washed floors, fetched water, listened to sermons. Funny thing, after a while I started liking Desna's teachings. As soon as I was old enough, I was out there. I left Nidal and got as far away as I could. Yeah, quite a ragtag group we've got. You got that right. Only the best for you. What do you do if the knights and nobles fail to save the world? Lowlifes are your only hope. So, how did you meet Irbeth? I was bumming around Taman a while back, doing this and that. Desmond temples sometimes gave me odd jobs, you know? Sometimes they needed people with skills like mine. On the surface, it was fine, I guess. After Nidal, the freedom of River Kingdoms should have seemed like haven. But my chance to sit back and enjoy life. But I wasn't happy. There just wasn't any joy in my new life. I was all alone, no one cared about me. I didn't care about anybody either. I struggled to find a reason to drag myself out of bed every morning. Tying a stone around my neck and jumping to the nearest river started to look pretty appealing. One day I was hired to follow some fellas who the local authorities suspected were Rasmussen spies. I was stupid. Made a rookie mistake and they caught me. Like my body had already decided to do what my mind had been fighting. To finally put me out of my misery. Get someone else to kill me since I didn't have the guts to do it myself. They grabbed me. I thought they'd got me on the spot. But instead they hogtied me and dragged me off. And just like an animal going to the slaughter, my only thought was, let's get this over with. They brought me to their stinking cave, threw me on their altar, and I realized who it was. Toothites. From Nidal. They'd tracked me down after all those years. But I didn't care anymore. Wouldn't even have cared if they'd eaten me or whatever. We all gotta go sometimes, right? So I was lying there, staring at those knives pointed at me, when fate rolled the dice and I hit the jackpot. Irbeth, there she was, storming into the cave. Picture it. I'm lying on an altar with all these knife-wielding maniacs around me, and suddenly Irbeth storms in. I thought it was Amada herself, fierce in her shining armor with her gleaming sword raised. She made quick work of those scumbags, chopped them just like that. Didn't even have time to blink. She untied me, and then Nadia's face lights up as she chuckles. She looked through the papers they had on the table, and she started swearing like a sailor. So much for Amade. So how did you guys end up here in Canabras then? After almost becoming a human sacrifice, I knew I never wanted to leave Irbeth's side. Desmond knows I fell for her instantly, and I fell hard. My misery was gone, and when Irbeth showed me what was in those papers, proof that the cultists had a nest in her home city, well, I offered to help without a second thought. Anivia smiles warmly. She must have figured out I couldn't wait to get my revenge on the cultists, but I didn't give a damn about them. It was her. I'd go anywhere for her, even on a crusade or into the jaws of a dragon. But I took to life in Canabras like a duck to water. I used to be an outcast wherever I went, but half the crusaders is the same. After all, who'd volunteer to tangle with demons on the edge of the abyss? You gotta be either a goody two-shoes with too much honor and free time, or a misfit with no life out in the normal world with normal people. People come here to run away from their deaths, their pasts, from themselves. So I fit right in. I see. Fair enough. I mean, you do seem to fit in. You're good at what you do. What is it like living with Irbeth? Like, living. Without her, I wouldn't be. Seriously. If I were alone, I'd definitely be gone by now. Sure, sometimes we argue, can't deny that. Sometimes we bang our fists on the table and yell so loud that the walls shake. Well, that's all about order business. But at home, I'll give you an example. I've kind of always wanted to move out of that broom closet we call a house into somewhere cozier. It ain't like they take a vow of poverty at Think Watch, but every month somehow most of our spare money is spent on crusader business. Sure, I get mad about it, but Anivia makes a helpless gesture. It's part of why I love her so much. You know, Irbeth has that thing that matters most for a purpose in life. She's always got a reason for whatever she's doing. Her whole life is a crusade, and I just drifted around like a leaf in the wind until Desna brought us together. Now she's the meaning of my life, so it really makes no difference if we live in a mansion or under a bush. Well, the two of you care deeply for each other, that's for sure. Alright, well, that's all for you. Time to head over to Sela. Sela smiles at you warmly. Hey there. During that march to the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. Alright, well, I'd like to know more about you. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Gib, a little bit from Katapesh, but mostly from the Knights of Iomedae. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I belong to their ranks more than I belong to any other people. Okay, you come to Mendev by a long route. Been around a little bit. A very long one. Phil looks at you cheerfully. Travelers are expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I have only 3 tales of any interest, and I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to show for myself when it's time to start bragging. And that just won't do. Especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of a battle with Chupacabra. I guess we'll wait for now. What a feast it will be. I like your attitude. We'll never overcome grief and misery without hope for the better and dreams of brighter days. Okay, what made you become a paladin? Sela's gaze sharpens momentarily, then she sighs. That's a serious question, and a good one. You should ask it of your companions. But it's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago, I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with the other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought. I was a hired sword for a bit. But the proper origin for a paladin, is it? Then Solku was a city of orphans, widows, and widowers. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People there heard about new deaths before they'd finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of knights of Iomedae brought a glimmer of hope to the city. But while others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and their gleaming nether armor, wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak into the knight's camp and steal one of their mithril helms. Sela pauses, her voice sad and measured. I was right there when a gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Semi was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. A gnoll, like all those others, she'd fearlessly driven from the gates of Sulkun. That one blow was fatal, but who was really to blame for her death? The gnoll attacker or the young thief named Sela? Life is cruel and full of chaos. Sometimes survival just comes down to luck. So that's how you see it. Sela looks at you with curiosity, but no hostility. I can't accept that point of view. The story of my youth taught me anything, it's that we're all accountable for our actions. Too easy to wave off responsibility if you use the cruelty of life as an excuse. Surprisingly, she doesn't hate us for that. But probably because she actually is going to stick around and be our party member. So that's likely the case. Principles that paladins of Iomedae follow. Sela smiles. I'll tell you. I like to recite our code. It feels like I've said it 1,000 times. It never gets old. There's strength in these words. After a pause, she begins, her voice slow and meditative. I will learn the weight of my sword. Without my heart to guide it, it is worthless. My strength is not in my sword, but in my heart. If I lose my sword, I have lost a tool. If I betray my heart, I have died. I will have faith in the Inheritor. I will channel her strength through my body. I will shine in her legion, and I will not tarnish her glory through base action. I am the first in the battle and last to leave it. I will not be taken prisoner by my free will. I will not surrender those under my command. I will never abandon a companion, though I will honor sacrifice freely given. I will guard the honor of my fellows, both thought and deed, and I will have faith in them. When in doubt, I may force my enemies to surrender, but I am responsible for their lives. I will never refuse a challenge from an equal. I will give honor to worthy enemies and contempt to the rest. I will suffer death before dishonor. I will be temperate in my actions and moderate in my behavior. I will strive to emulate Iomedae's perfection. Yeah, sure, that's great and all, but what about living for yourself? Oh, okay. Let's see. Is fighting demons all you want? I mean, she just said the whole oath thing is about constantly fighting. How about covering myself in glory and becoming the hero of 100 ballads? Or at least a dozen if they're lively ones. Sela's eyes shine cheerfully. Anyway, to be more serious, the area around the World Wound is the best place for a paladin who wishes to defend the weak and serve good. being part of the Crusades is reward enough for me. But there's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing my brothers in arms, but the Eagle Watch and the other orders are focused on just one aim. The war against the World Wound. That's why they can sometimes overlook the smaller things. Ordinary misfortunes, you know? I always liked being a wandering knight because any moment I could get up and go help a poor rat folk whose family had been kidnapped, or an old woman whose favorite dog had gone missing. So here's my answer. I don't have some big important goal, but I'll be happy to help those who need it. A little bit here and there. Okay, what do you think of what's going on? It's complete chaos. It's lucky we're here to handle it, right? Phil smiles brightly, then she gives you a worried look. So why talk bother you? I know I can seem bliss. Many good people in our protector Trendle have died here in Knappas. A paladin of Iomedae is expected to be properly respectful and solemn. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It's better we hold off on grief until we've driven the last demons and cultists from the city. Yep. If we want to win, we can't be bogged down. It's going to distract us. It's nice when you and your commander think alike. Sela smiles softly. Dang, a lot of these people actually do line up with chaos. Okay, as for this last one, I think this is their last one. Side quest! Erebeth said your friend Jana Eldore is missing. Do you know where we should look for her? Erebeth is worried about her fighters. I understand that. I wanted to look for Jana myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Jana and I met in Knappas a few days ago and just hit it off. We went drinking together. We went to the unforgettable celebration together too, but we got separated in the crowd. So we should start looking for the main square. That's where I last saw her. Sela frowns. Jana's a good fighter, even if she is green. She couldn't have become an Eldora otherwise. Perhaps that means she's alright. Okay, until next time! Yeah, we've got a few quests. I kind of forgot. How do I pull that up? There we go. I'll pull up our journal. Okay. So all of these have to be done immediately before the main quest line. Or else they're gonna be skipped. Okay. Which means... I'm trying to figure out... what is our... What is our main quest? I assume it's the Trapped in the Darkness here. Because we've got the green mark here. Does that mean we're done? But we've also got the yellow exclamation mark. Not entirely sure what that means. But yeah, our last objective was return to Knapras, so I think that one's done. Oh, well, I didn't get a chance to sample the special festival drink. Okay, so is the Divided City the main questline? See, I'm not sure what the main questline is. What do I need to avoid in order to not move forward? I guess I'll save this one till last then. Because it's the only one that doesn't have a fail warning. Which I am glad that they give you that. That's actually really nice. But that's all of our quest markers. Helor. Tall athletic man greets you. His hair is prematurely gray and shorn close to his head in military style. He is lean and well-groomed, and a monocle twinkles coldly in his eye. The bold set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attest that here is a man who is always ready to be on the move. Greetings, I'm Halo. Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. I'm the superior officer among Pathfinders in this region of Mendan. However, the Society is running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with a demon worshipper known as Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone without the support of the Society, but I've made a lot of acquaintances among the local mercenaries and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for an honest cause, talk to me. So this is where I could hire mercenaries if things are a little too strong for me. It all began with a task at the Pathfinders Society. I arrived in Neurosian with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Felron. We soon focused in on a small hospital for the wealthy, where Felron was being treated shortly before his death. Turned out that a gang of Baphomet cultists calling themselves the Labyrinth of the Mind had gotten a foothold at the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims and targeted fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was filled with perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless. When they returned, they were different. Almost normal. The moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark woke in their mind and they transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, and even kill. Labyrinth of Mind was preparing to infiltrate all the elite circles in Mendan, but Baron Felron stopped them. He was too loyal to his oath and too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from their minds into the wild. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could. The leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon for revenge. They abducted my daughter Lori, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. From that note, I learned the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, I confirmed that she was the leader of the Labyrinth of Mind. My hunt had begun. I would get Lori back at any cost. Okay, I want to know about them. 2,000. Yeah, nope. No, thank you. That is expensive. And then Erebeth here, of course. Any success? How's the city? Not a lot. Tell me about Eaglewatch real quick. It is a small order created to fight not only demons, but also the enemy within. To maintain the purity of the Paladin ranks, prevent heresy, and identify spies. It failed miserably at that. The Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth infiltrated it and formed their nest within its ranks. After the Queen entrusted me with leading the order, Nevia and I practically built it from scratch. We got rid of dead weight, people who weren't committed. We organized ways to transmit messages and orders safely. We introduced reliable ciphers. We found tacit allies around the city, from crusade orders to street beggars. This was my personal crusade, to purge the city of the Templars who had infested it. I thought I was winning. I could feel it. We were so close to driving the cultists out of Canabras. But Erebeth frowns. It's hard to admit, but those successes didn't count for much once the demons entered the city. I mean, to be fair, you did drive out some of the people, so we probably wouldn't have had any resistance if not for that. Yes, that's true. It's a good thing we achieved something. Okay. Asking about the ward zones once again. They're our greatest treasure. The shield given to us by our Amadea herself, and placed in Canabras and other Mendavian cities and fortresses by her herald. The chain of ward zones forms a protective barrier that stops the expansion of the world wound, keeps the demons from moving beyond its borders. I shudder to think what will happen if that barrier falls. Okay, main objective here. You heard what that demon said. They're going to desecrate the wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the world. That would be an even worse disaster than the Worldwound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with the wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that. Oh, so we already heard that. Personal questions. Where are you from? I was born in Canabras. I grew up on a farm just outside it, but my way back home lay at the end of a long and winding road. It took me years of traveling through foreign lands before I came to be where I always belonged. How did you become a paladin? A bitter smile appears on the half-orc's face. I don't much like to remember it. Believe it or not, the story of how I became paladin is also the story of how I failed to become a knight. My parents were crusaders. Made their souls stand together in Iomede's celestial army. When I was born, they retired from the war and started preparing me to continue their legacy. But my father was an orc. You'd be pressed to find a calmer, wiser, and more pious servant of the goddess than he. But still, all his life he was dogged by sideways looks and whispers. When I grew older and it was time for me to serve, I decided anywhere but Canabras. That was where my father had served loyally, and his only reward had been injustice. Besides, the witch hunters, led by the Honorable Prelate Helvin, stalked the city with a heavy hand. Who knows what they'd have done to a strange girl with green skin? Instead, I went to... A smirk that looks more like a painful grimace crosses her face. You can laugh if you want, but I was young and foolish. I chose Lastwall of all places. Imagine how well I was accepted in a country that's been battling the orcs of Belkson since its foundation. There were many there like me, but we were all treated as second-class citizens. For the locals, my green skin was worse than leper scabs. Even my brothers in faith kept their distance. I took my vows, and the goddess granted me the powers of a paladin. But even then, not a single order would accept me into their ranks. I spent another 6 months knocking on doors before I realized the simple truth. I serve Iomade, not these people. I don't have to prostrate myself before them, so I left. As a paladin, but not a knight. Things are bound to be tough for you too. Most common folk fear death and hate the undead even more than they do orcs. I'm sure you're no stranger to sideways looks and whispers behind your back. So how did you come to join the Knightly Order then? I left Lastwall and went traveling. The goddess guided me and my path led me to where atrocities were happening. I often fought in exchange for gold, but never for unworthy aims, of course. I wandered the River Kingdoms for a few years, killing monsters and tracking down criminals. Sometimes I thought I was just wasting time. My true place wasn't Canabras. I pushed those thoughts away. I didn't even want to think about going back. But in the end, divine providence had brought me to my senses. It happened in time. I was tracking a gang of bandits, which my employer suspected was a cover for Rasmirian spies. I managed to find their lair, but instead I found something far more dangerous than spies. An unholy temple to Zun Kuthon. When I broke in there, the cultists were about to sacrifice someone. The person who was destined to become my wife, Anevia, but that's another story. Yeah, we heard it from her. After I cut down the cultists, I examined their papers and couldn't believe my eyes. A network of evil cults had spread through all of Avestan, including Mende. Worse, the documents clearly showed that their allies, the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth, had infested my native Canabras, or even among the ranks of the Paladins. After that, delaying my homecoming would be tantamount to desertion. Luckily, I was no longer alone. Anevia was as eager to destroy the cultists as I was. Anevia and I heard Canabras. We couldn't trust anyone. Papers indicate the cultists had infiltrated everything. Luckily, I had some experience in investigation, and my beloved, the half-orc, smiles warmly. She knew her way around working locks, tailing people, and trading information with the city's bottom leaders. Soon we defeated, alas, not the whole Hydra, but a few of its heads. Do you know who turned out to be the leader of the cultists? The commander of the Eagle Watch. No wonder they were, not doing their job. Can you imagine? While Prelate Holrun was chasing witches through the city, the enemy had infiltrated the very order responsible for internal security. The scandal reached the ears of the Queen. At first she planned to disband the order in disgrace, but then she offered its command to me, and put its salvation in my hands. Of course, there was one small catch. I wasn't a knight, but I was made commander just the same, skipping the usual progression through the ranks. Ooh, I succeeded on my religion check, apparently. I can't imagine the followers of Zun Kuthon in alliance with demon worshippers. Shouldn't they hate each other? They should, but Baphomet's minions are masters of deception. They manipulate Zun Kuthon's butchers as eagerly as Iomede's knights. The cultists from the unholy temple didn't know the true face of their associates in Canabras. We ourselves learned the truth much later after getting to the bottom of their nest. So, how did the people of Canabras feel about your background? They tolerated it surprisingly well. I shouldn't have been so wary. Crusaders don't tend to be prejudiced, as a rule. After all, heroes from all over the world, even from other continents, come here to fight the demons. Apparently the people were only suspicious of full-blood killers. There are already many of me here, and we don't have many problems. Though the locals do have their superstitions. Mendev is as merciless as the last war. They just have a different set of victims. I kept seeing those same sideways looks and scowls, hearing familiar whispers, but where once they used to whisper behind my back and point at me, now they whisper in my ear and point at someone else. It's so strange to be on the other side of humiliation. To wipe the spit from your face and suddenly be invited to change position and spit at someone. You must have figured out by now that I'm talking about tieflings. It's true, there are many of them among the cult, and few among our crusaders, and fighters do all they can to drive away those who would be our allies. People shun them, call them Erilus spawn or worse, as if they chose to be born like that. I believe it's quite a feat to rise against the call of one's blood and join the forces of good. Still, most only see them as the enemy. I once saw a knight bleeding to death because he wouldn't let a tiefling priest touch his wound. Alas, I haven't been able to change this in all my time in Canopus. Tell me about Anivia, then. We met in Dimon as I was wandering aimlessly from one ordeal to another. We returned to Canopus together to expose the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth. The day the Queen knighted me was the second happiest day of it. The first was at the day of our wedding. But Anivia isn't just my beloved. She's my staunchest ally. We share every victory and defeat. The best of me is alive thanks to her. Thank you for saving her back then. The day Canopus fell before her return, the only thing giving me the strength to protect the Defender's heart was the hope that I'd see her again. We're in your debt. Hey, there we go. Boy, that was a lot of dialogue, a lot of lore and backstory. But with it, I do believe we now have everything we need. Thorn? I guess let's go talk with Thorn. You're the last one marked on our map. I mean, we are currently in what used to be a tavern. That's where they set up their base of operations. A tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, eyes closed. He is pale as a ghost, his arm wrapped in a bloodstained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes, but even in such a miserable state, he manages to keep calm. Raising his eyes to meet yours, he says faintly, "I am Fornaughtum Haze, at your service." His pale lips are reddened by blood, but you see no sign of pain or fear in his gray eyes. Who wounded you? A sinner and accomplice to demons. Who I am hunting in this inhospitable place. Who are you? My name is Fornaughtum Haze. I've come here from Caonin because I'm a hunter, and all minions of evil are my quarry. I won't say more than that, if you don't mind. We are strangers and of different races and cultures. I'd rather not tell you more than is necessary. Honestly, you are the first reasonable person here. Everyone else has welcomed me with open arms, even knowing I'm an undead. So, yeah, that's great. After giving you a cold, intense look, he shakes his head. Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. A local healer tended to me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered to them. I might be able to help you. After a brief pause, Fawn says, he'll be impolite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. Who's your quarry? I wouldn't mind hunting them down. I was hunting a fugitive, a Descarite by the name of Kilessa. It pains me to admit that there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. I managed to catch up to her in Canabras, and I wounded her. Then demons appeared and the city was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle and then sued and couldn't free her soul from its service to her dark masters. He expresses no anger or hatred as he speaks, only compassionate sorrow. Well, good luck next time. He purses his lips. There's no need for pity. Our ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. We gain a deeper understanding of the world than other races, and we learn our lessons better than anyone. That goes for learning from our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when we next meet. Can I know more about you? I won't hold anything back. Not who I am, why I made my way here, or who it is that I'm pursuing. Tell me about yourself. Other people tend to believe that identity is the sum of a person's actions and the events that happen to them. For them, I am one of a long line of warriors of Kaonin, who, since his youth, has dedicated himself to hunting evil and injustice. For them, I am a successful and capable huntsman who has tracked down and slain a great many monsters. But I am an elf, and for me, my identity has a different meaning. It is shaped by the place where I was born, and that I love so deeply. I am shaped by what I find beautiful and what makes my heart quicken, by the fears that come to me in the dead of night, by the things I find so intolerable that at the sight of them my very core darkens and fills with poison. Thus, to tell you who I am, it would require many days and much candor, which is more than you and I have at our disposal. Honestly, buddy, fair enough. Who a person is a very complicated situation. So why did you become a hunter of evil? Because I am the son of a noble and proud nation. We are sometimes criticized for our arrogance, but no one dares doubt our honor. When a crime is committed, we cannot turn a blind eye. If we were to abandon our obligation to oppose evil, if we were to surrender this obligation to other races, we would also relinquish our preeminence. Okay, who's the quarry? Yeah, okay. Okay. I want to aid you in the hunt. Thorn covers his eyes weird. I thank you, but this is my mission, and I'm used to facing all manner of terrors on my own. I do appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Kalisa, take caution. She has turned many innocent souls to the path of evil, and darkness has rewarded her with many gifts. Her appearance alone will tell you that. It is warped, the agate skin, the malicious stare of her blood-red eyes, the bestial teeth. She's more monster than elf at this point. So, what does she look like again? Aww. I fail. I mean, a 26 is a pretty darn high check. Her skin is dark, her hair preternaturally white. Her red eyes can see perfectly in the dark, which, to my dismay, I have come to know from experience. But bright light causes her kind pain. I used an alchemical powder that explodes in dazzling flash, and she cried out as if I had stabbed her. I'm a little worried. That's worrying. That sounds kind of like us, and we don't know how we were injured. It's clear that this woman is a faithful servant of darkness. The marks that Kalesa's masters have left on her appearance say as much. I don't think it's me, but since I still don't know how I came to be injured, that's a little worrying. But then again, I feel like he would have attacked us if that was us. Okay. Let's see. To the basement? Area exit. Hold up. There's a basement. Oh, okay. I was gonna go look at the basement, but not yet. We got cutscened. Commander, look what we've got here. Are you too mad? Whatever possessed you to steal the gem golem from the Tower of Estrad Museum? You can steal nothing, Commander. I saw some looter dragging it downstream and recaptured it. Yeah, this shiny fella is... Okay, shiny fella belongs to treasure. The inlay alone is worth more than a castle. Speaking way too fast. Guard the shiny fella. So the shiny fella is worth a fortune? Okay, I wonder if I can take him.
In due time.
Okay. Basement time. There are levers? Surrender thy soul, Delvin. Omine, protect us. Got you again. How many times is that today? Oh, it's a tiefling. Well, that's intriguing. So that's another entrance over there. I'm just pulling a bunch of levers at this point. Oh my.
Hey, Chief! Ooh, hey, gorgeous. Come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Okay. Hi, who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
Okay. And Tiefling rattles his chains and gives you a meaningful look. So, why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
And that's how you get yourself in trouble, buddy. I'd say looking to the future is actually pretty
He was
useful.
caught thieving.
Your shadow. That feels like a magic user thing.
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
I mean, I kind of like you. You're sounding fun. What do you want?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Okay, how do I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty-looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy, Woljif, locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
I mean, at the moment, we do kind of need all the fighters we can get. So if you're willing to fight for me.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
Okay. So this one is not an immediate. Okay. And then, yeah. So that's one of the Aryan ones. Well, I'm pulling a bunch of levers. Well, that one won't move. This one is angled down. That one over there is now angled down. Okay, well, I get the feeling that this is a fake wall. However, I don't know what order I need to press things in. So, yeah. Gonna have to leave that one for now. Hey, look, so that... for the stairs. Oh, right in here. With Thorn. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go talk to Irabeth now. instance, it's right here. What can you tell me about the tiefling? Erebeth shrugs scornfully. Woljif is a petty thief in a gang of tieflings operating here in Knabras. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we apprehended only one of them. The rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defender's Heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days, Lim. Go free or have someone vouch for him. Zara asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? Erebeth squints at you thoughtfully and shrugs. If you want to recruit Woljif and put him to good use, go ahead and take him off our guard's hands. We can ill afford to let a soldier spend their days watching over a middling thief. Hope the tiefling proves useful, should you decide to take him along. Aha! New friend! I am totally down to take a new friend with us.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
Well, you can come free as long as you join me.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin, get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
Well, if he gets too problematic, I can always attack him.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go. I'll show you the way.
I think I'm good at that. I don't know for sure, though. But, hooray! We got ourselves a new friend. I have a feeling that we're going to be fighting, though, is the downside. But then again, I'm kind of going to be fighting no matter where I go, so there's that. And that was enough for leveling up, which is good, because I need to boost my stats. I'm trying to play the Spirit Warden, but it's a little difficult. I don't have much to actually help me out here. But then again, if I swap classes at this point, it wouldn't be terrible, but I'd still be 2 levels behind on my abilities. And since I don't know the others very well, I'm not gonna try and multi-class. Oh shoot, there was one of them that I was thinking of trying to boost. What was it? I do remember there being one I was going to try and boost, and I do not remember which one it was now. Oops. Huh. Well. I guess I can boost my persuasion. World knowledge is actually useful for brewing potions. Right, we did have the one situation where we had to deal with that down in the maze, and we couldn't do it. So this one is actually good. Getting an 8 in that isn't... It might not be a terrible idea. I'm not worried about our perception. Our perception is really good right now. Okay, so it's suggesting the weapon bonus. I'm already really good with my perception. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for a few of them real quick. Ooh. Actually, I could boost my armor. Granted, the problem here would be if I change what armor I'm wearing, it would be pretty useless at that point. Ooh, potentially heavy armor, because I have no dexterity bonus. So being able to wear heavy armor might not be bad. No, because that's specifically concealment. Ooh. Actually, considering my whole health problem, that might not be bad. Because I can even drink blood from corpses. So when we have that chain of combat, I could boost myself pretty solidly. Ooh, that might be nice, actually. The only reason I want potions would be to sell, or potentially to make the harming potions. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards that drinking blood just immediately. I doubt there's going to be a lot that can help. Persuasion and trickery is not me. Well, I've got decent persuasion, but my trickery is terrible. Yeah, that one's useless to me. No. See, none of these are all that useful to me, actually. Athletics. I mean, they're not the worst. The weapon proficiency. Fortitude saving throws. Ooh, the improved initiative. That would be nice. Maybe we can pick that one at level 5. Ooh. That's tempting, but it would half the healing of both options, which is not ideal. I think I'll go back. I think I'll just use my normal harm stuff now that I have some of it. Although it is a bit more rare. And then I don't really care about the whole meta magic stuff. I don't use spells much. Persuasion and perception, because my perception totally needs it. No, we have enough of a hard time hitting in the first place. If I could make that go the other way around, I would. Because, yeah, no thanks. I need to hit, not the damage. Crafting scrolls. And there are so many of them. Yeah, I mean, there's a few useful ones. Yeah, none of these I can use because I don't have the prerequisites, even though they would be great for me. Like that Sunder armor, that would actually be really nice. We saw how quickly it took us down. Honestly, Blood Drinker. That, I think, is going to be huge for me because it's up to 3 times. 5 plus every 3 hit dice, and a +1 bonus on Fortitude. So how many hit dice do I have? Gotta figure out where is that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, definitely want to do the initiative boost because I have a -1 thanks to my terrible dexterity. Shoot, where is it? Oh, I've also only got a speed of 20. I'm kind of slow, actually. I actually have no idea how many dice I have. I'm trying to read this screen and I don't know. Wow, cure moderate wound. So helpful. Actually, that's good for allies. Not so great for me. On the other hand, I prefer inflict moderate wounds. Yeah, using that on myself. That would be good. Morale. Okay, yeah. We actually looked at that because we had a potion for that. Eagle. Charisma. Okay. Oh, but those are special. I want normal types of damage. A giant froggy. I mean, that's kind of nice, actually. How long does it take? 1 round? That could be nice. See, this is the other reason why I wanted to stick to a single class, because although level 3 isn't amazing, it's when I start to get some good stuff. Ooh, actually, False Life. That could be good. Per caster level, so it's at least a 4. Yeah, that's at least 4 temporary hit points. Oh, that's a restoration. Okay. Yeah, that's a bunch of good stuff. I don't mind that. Oh, treat affliction. Yeah, I sold the first aid kit. I don't need it. I doubt we're gonna need it, honestly. As far as I'm aware, we might have to go level up everyone else later. But I think we're about good, although I want to come look at the rooftop here. Purely because I can come up here, and things don't show up unless I'm, like, right there.
All according to plan.
Okay. Nothing up there. Honestly, if we're gonna leave, we're gonna take this route, because it's closer. Oh, wait. Golem. The magnificent and glittering golem encrusted with gems and covered in intricate flower embossing triumphantly exclaims, "Happy to be of service. May Shalene brighten and vivify your day." What are you? I am a Prestidigitator golem. Many millennia ago, I was built by Aslanti clerics of Shalene, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service, I have visited many lands, and for the past few centuries, I've resided at the Temple of the Sunrise, Chrysanthemums, and Tianxia. Then the good clerics saw fit to offer me as a gift to the Mendevian Crusaders, so that you could share in the beauty I can create. So, how did you end up here? I was in the Tower of Estrad Museum, but then some not beautiful people came and started smashing everything. I asked them to show some restraint, and that's when they decided to steal me. After all, I am beautiful and very valuable. They dragged me down the street, but if I didn't want to go with them, so I kept stopping. The least beautiful of my kidnappers threw me over his shoulder and tried to run away with me. I am very heavy, so his back made a very not beautiful crunching sound. He started yelling, and then everyone else started yelling. And some of that yelling was directed at me. And then they started hitting me with their not beautiful weapons. And then some good crusaders drove them away and brought me here. And now I have been lumbered with you. Waste of good metal you are. Instead of working, I'm supposed to keep an eye on you so no one is tempted by the walking treasure trove. Yeah, it seems like a bit of a childish spirit was enchanted on this thing. Can you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion over your armor to make it green? Green is a very pleasant color, and it would match your eyes. Sure. Happy to be of service. Hey, look, there we go. I can now level up everyone else. I see. So I don't care that much, honestly. Let's go ahead and level everyone else up. Because we should do that. We don't want them staying low level. It hurts. A lot. Yeah, Wendrog is a fighter, technically. Part of how she's able to stay alive. Armor training. Ooh, reduce the armor check penalty by 1. And increase the max dex bonus. Nice. That actually is really good. Wait, you don't have a lot of amazing stats, Wendrog? Not ideal. We're gonna boost that. You having nature... Yeah, that'll be a good one, I think, to have you... I don't know. Ooh, rapid shot is actually kind of nice. Ooh, and then if I upgrade it to the mythic version, I lose that penalty. That? Ooh, okay. What about deadly aim? No, that's the damage one. Honestly, I think rapid shot is definitely best, because we've been using Wendrog as an archer. And, well, that's all for Wendrog. Now, for Camellia. Okay, let's see. Ooh, yeah, you've got good trickery, which is our disarming traps. Definitely gonna keep boosting that. What else are you good at? I mean, Arcana knowledge. It's not amazing, but pretty good. For your feet. Oh wait, do I have... Oh, I just thought of something. Maybe I have the point blank still equipped. Maybe that's why Wendewog couldn't shoot further. I guess the weapon focus. Hold on. Hold on. You gain a +1 dodge bonus. You lose your dex bonus. What? I'm a little confused by what that means, actually. Better AC is nice, but it's got the drawback. Okay. Improved Elven. I mean, the better initiative would be kind of nice, actually. Although I will say, you're not the strongest fighter. Hold on. I can't actually look at what weapon you have, but I'm pretty sure you're using a light weapon for the most part, which is why your damage is less. Yeah, this is the whole damage boost. What about the mythic version? Yeah, it still takes the problem is it takes that penalty, the attack penalty, and I'm not sure I like that. We are struggling enough as is to make hits. Actually, that precise strike might not be bad, but I'd have to get someone else to have it as well. Ooh, should I have you craft scrolls? Ooh, actually... crafting scrolls is actually pretty helpful. I mean, the other option would be potions. But I don't know if you have that as an option. It doesn't look like it. I think I'm going to go with the scroll ability, actually, because that's going to be pretty useful to us. Yeah, and all of your spells line up with mine, because... Or at least mostly line up. And then, finally, Scylla! Paladin time! I mean, you have the world knowledge, but I've kind of got that one covered. I wish I could take back. That would be nice. I mean, I guess we could put some points into religion, because we don't actually have many points in there. Alright, for your feet. Obviously, we've got our weapon focus again. Part of the problem is I don't actually remember what weapons everyone has, which does not help. You know what? I'll have you brew potions. That way we have both potion and scrolls. Okay. So we've only got 3 mercies available. Ooh, wait. Nauseated. Hold on. Getting rid of nauseated is actually huge because those stupid imp-like creatures keep afflicting us with it, meaning we can't do anything. So getting rid of that would be huge, actually. Okay, everyone is leveled up. Hooray! Okay. So it looks like we could potentially get a lot more. We'll just... Alright, global map! Okay... Yeah, so it seems like everything is going to be here within the city. Okay. So there's the hideout, there's the library. Oh, dang, I go all the way around through Market Square, actually. Grey Garrison. Silken Thread. Travis Strahd. Oh, Gorm's Mansion. Topaz Solution. I assume this is the big tear. Darebade Residence. Okay. So we've got quest in a few locations, actually. Honestly, I'm down to go to the hideout first. I mean, there's a very real chance that this might turn into a fight. We'll see. Okay. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along a wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman, who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife, greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Wolchip, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear sister Charisma. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next, well, no, I was still in shackles. And I was being watched. And the chief got me out. And I came here straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for night, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, there was time to get away. But what happened? That bitch, Erebeth, showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us. And I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Do you think Woljif knows the name? Yeah, that would be a bit dense of a response. Well, Jeff, tell us your side of the story. What happened? Charisme turns to you. She speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so I'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisme got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there, I mean. Well, Woljif jerks his head toward the 5 tieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up and she says we've got a score. Ancestries and Wonders, the one place nobody's ever been able to hit. A place that's guarded by a golem. But now a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession, along with the tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing is that none of us is to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right. The locks and the golem, I picked the lock. I remember clear as day. Sister Dalma was on lookout. Brother Melrone had the scroll. Delphi, Tabby, and Vernier brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in the sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under a table after. Next thing I know, Erebeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail. Put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth. Bad insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Charisme is pointedly polishing her neck. Where's the Moon of the Abyss, brothers? Why would you arrest her uninformed? Took the words right out of my mouth. Doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fellow, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the cellar can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner? Moon of the Abyss is a pretty bauble to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. I trim my shirt. You knew Erebeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. Now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Thalamin. Are you giving Erebeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take cut of anything I offered? She can't be bought. She's like 3 heralds of Amday all rolled into one. He speaks the truth. You'll find some knights who'll take bribes. I'm sorry to say, but Erebeth Terrorblade isn't one of them. So, hold on. Backtrack a little bit, guys. What is the Moon of the Abyss that you keep talking about? Also, thank you for the follow. It was an amulet. You used to sound a little cushion in the window. The Ancestries and Wonders. Sterling silver sparkled like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon. You know, crescent, waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal. Like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Philman was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell it. It's the jewel of my collection. Woljif sighs unhappily. I used to go there to see what kinds of treasures there were in the world, but there's nothing else to look at in Canabras. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but he used to say, if you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you the second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around Ancestors and Wonders, drooling over the Moon of Abyss. Did you think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free, with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Can't continue with the story. That's the whole story, sir. That's the whole sorry story. Woljif crosses his arms looking at the front end. Some family this turned out to be. It's just a name in the end. Ain't no real family. People take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the Moon of Abyss. What am I gonna do with it? Can't sell it to no Crusaders. It's a special item. Can't wear it. You'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure. It ain't that pretty. Is that important to you, Sister Karasme? I'll find it. I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so you don't end up in the bottom of the Cillian. But, do you know what you're gonna owe me for that? An apology, right here in front of everyone. You're going to apologize loud and clear so everybody hears. You'll say, sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, throwing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering what the family's come for you. You'll have no peace. But one day you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath. That is when we'll get you. Got that? You've a way with words, Sister Karasme. A way that almost made me wet myself. But a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal Earbeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll you do the talking. Okay, I mean, fair enough. If we can solve this peacefully, why not? Also, why aren't you guys trying to escape? Karasme purses her lips. I'd be glad to leave, like the rest of my brothers and sisters. But in the family, there's nothing worse than betrayal, and something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors... let's just say I'll wish I was burning in Canavers. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance until I find out who is the traitor here. No one is leaving. Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'm sure we can probably get paid. I mean, who knows? Maybe we can get the pendant. And I'll give my apology. Onward to Earbeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name. Retap the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. Cool. Pretty simple. Hey, these 5 are named. According to our map, yeah, we've got them all marked. Okay, got ourselves just a little side room. These are mine. I mean, unless you guys try to stop me, I'm gonna take everything. And as far as I can tell, they don't seem to particularly care. At least not at the moment. So, I'm down with that. All mine. All the loot. Well, in that case, we'll head back to Defender's Heart. It's only a 1-hour journey, not too bad. But we've got our first fight out in the wild. Let's see how bad it is.
Save the last one for me.
Who we fighting? That's an exit. Sure. Oh, it's level 5. So it is 2 levels above us. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, Windrog! Yeah, I've been using my point blank, which could be why I wasn't able to use my abilities properly. Rapid shot. I don't feel like I need it right now. Ooh, well. Yeah, stupid damage reduction. That's pretty common for us, unfortunately. You know what? I'm actually going to boost it. I cannot actually reach you. Hold on. Hold on. AC 21. Sure. We'll go ahead and try and hasten. Ooh, saving throw failed. That's good. That's good. Alright, let's see. What are your abilities actually, buddy? Okay, you've got the Inspire Rage, Acrobatics. Resist Sonic. Resist Fire, Electricity, and Cold. Okay. Demoralize, Treat Affliction. Okay, all of those seem to be pretty similar. Okay. Jolt. I mean, it's only 1d3, which isn't a lot. But then again, at our level, none of our things are going to be high. As for your weapon... Hold on, let me actually take a proper look at your stats. You've got high dex, makes sense. Surprisingly, no negatives. Ooh, okay. You know what?
Cover me, all right?
Let's see. Well, you failed. Got an attack of opportunity. I'll take that. Ooh, can I charge you? Ah, I'll charge you back. Oh, I missed. Hi there. So obviously I've got the Blood Drinker. It's not gonna help us a lot.
Let's try.
We've only got the 180. Damage, not bad. Windrog.
No match for me.
Yeah, taking reduced damage there is not amazing. In that case, let's activate the Rapid Shot.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, that failed.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Yeah, oh jeez. Yep, I mean, that's the power of a rogue. That's why I love him. Okay, oh, wasn't too bad. We're doing pretty okay here. Continue onwards. Alright, I know we left for only like 2 hours, but we're back! Hi everyone! Came in from a different gate this time, apparently. We left from the other one last time. Erebeth. Hey y'all. Who is your informant among the thief ones? Erebeth arches her brows in surprise. Canopus is threatened by a demon horde and you have enough spare time to help out thieves. Erebeth sighs. I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handed me the note, and disappeared. Erebeth hesitates as she tries to remember. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the horns, the long horns, didn't fit him. There should be a guardian golem in Ancestors and Wonders, the shop they tracked from. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact, so you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Aurori. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance you'll get lucky with the golem. Okay, well, we can investigate that later then. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to update our save. There we go. I hope that you guys did enjoy. We had some slight trouble getting out of the Defender's Keep or whatever it was called. Graves. I already forgot the name. But we were a little sad there during that whole situation, but we made it out eventually. And now that we've hit level 3, I think we're going to start having a little bit of a better time surviving. So we'll see where things go there. Yeah. I do try and post on my... we're going to go ahead and end things for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. I try to post on my Discord and my social media about half an hour before I begin. So if you want that extra little notification, go ahead and check those out. And I'll see you all in the next round. Bye!